Hey, what's up YouTube? This is Wayne with Wayne's Fish World. In this video, we're going to be talking about how to keep aquarium fish. How to keep them happy, how to care for them, what are the basic tips. This is my 55-gallon saltwater tank, soon to be reef tank, and we're also going to be looking at my 125. Here we go. I know everybody's made that mistake. They want that one fish and they bring it home, they don't really do the research on it, and they just throw it in the water in the aquarium. They set the aquarium up and throw the fish in without cycling the tank, and the fish dies on you automatically or within the next few days. Well, there's easy steps you can take to prevent this. You should always cycle your aquarium before introducing any livestock, either it be fish, plants, or what. You should always cycle your aquarium and get it ready for this livestock. Your water may look crystal clear, but just because your tank water is clean doesn't mean it's chemistry clean. Everyone knows that fish poop gets collected and it stays in the water until you manually take it out. So what exactly happens to that fish poop, and how does it become safe for the fish? Because we all know waste is toxic. Your filtration system is definitely going to help you, but it's not going to save you. You need to take these toxins out of the water and break them down. In the aquarium, we call it the nitrogen cycle. What pretty much happens is every time you feed your fish, that food is digested through their system and they poop it out. Well, in your water column, there's very small bacteria, and it's beneficial bacteria. I know right now you're probably thinking, bacteria, isn't that bad? Well, there's actually beneficial bacteria. There's good bacteria that actually helps your fish, and your fish rely on the bacteria to keep them safe and healthy, and the bacteria rely on the fish's waste more as a food source. So you basically have to cultivate and grow the bacteria. You're probably thinking right now, where on earth do you get the bacteria? Well, there's small amounts of this bacteria in every water you can think of. Either it be your tap water, your city water, nature's water, in the wild. Beneficial bacteria is there. And what you have to do is you have to feed it. The more you feed it, the more it's going to grow. Don't put any fish in your tank until you cycle your aquarium. If you want to learn how to cycle an aquarium properly, check out these videos. If you watch that video, you learned that ammonia gets breaking down to nitrite with an I, and nitrite gets breaking down to nitrate with an A. And nitrates gets removed two different ways. Nitrate can either get removed through anaerobic respiration, either it be a deep sand bed in salt water or a deep substrate bed in freshwater plant tanks. And the other way is the other natural way, through live plants in freshwater or saltwater. Plants take in the nitrates and phosphates as a food source and pretty much deplete it and grow from it. There are other man-made ways out there, such as dechlorinators, which take nitrates and ammonia out of your water. This can work permanently and safely, but it's just a band-aid, and you should get to the root of the problem before ever relying on a product such as Prime. Even though Prime is good, it's not fixing it permanently. It's just a band-aid. So now that we know we can't throw fish in the aquarium right away, and we have to be patient and cycle our aquariums and wait until our nitrates are at zero, what kind of tank are we going to get? Well, we need to figure a few things out. Where is it going in the house? It needs to go in a place where there's least amount of traffic. And that's the reason, because A, it's going to be less likely to get disturbed, and B, it's going to be least stressful to your fish. In saltwater aquariums, I highly recommend you paint your panels, either your side panels or your back panels, black. That way it makes your fish feel more secure. Well, how do we actually keep our aquariums clean once we get everything set up? Even my 125-gallon Planet tank is dwarfed to some aquariums out there. If you're looking into saltwater, I don't recommend anything smaller than a 55-gallon tank. And if you're moving into freshwater, I don't recommend anything smaller than a 29-gallon. Some great beginner fish for freshwater are tetras. There's many fish and many varieties out there. What I suggest is you go to a website called Live Aquaria and look at every single fish you like. Decide, sit there all night, sit there all week, a couple weeks if you want, and just decide and study everything you can possibly study. Decide on what you want the most. And if you can afford or maintain what that fish needs to survive and thrive, Then you can go into researching more and plan on getting an aquarium for that fish. Like my bala shark right there. Everybody says, oh cool, it's a shark. It's really not a shark. It's actually related to minnows. And that fish gets 14 inches long. How can a fish that's 14 inches long possibly fit in a 10-gallon tank, which is so-called a big tank? I know, guys, once you get that main fish you really want, you're going to want other fish to be socializing with the fish and have other fish in your tank. There's also different zones in your aquarium. Some fish will stay close to the bottom of your aquarium. Some fish will swim up higher. And some fish will even stay to the surface of your aquarium. You definitely want to find the zones in your aquarium. If you can map the zones of your aquarium and fill in fish that will stay in each zone, it'll make your tank come more alive. Diet is also a key factor. Don't feed your fish the same thing every day for the rest of its life. You have to give it a variety of diets. The varieties of diets is key. That fish doesn't eat the same thing every day in the wild. It's eating different things every day. Just like us, we wouldn't want to eat spaghetti every day. Caviar is good, but we wouldn't want that every day either. We want to mix it up a bit. Every food doesn't have everything one fish needs. You need to mix it, that way you get what other foods are lacking. You get every vitamin and every nutrient possible into that fish's body. Well, how do we actually keep our aquariums clean once we get everything set up? You don't need some madhouse saltwater reef tank filtration unit just for a freshwater plant tank. And even if you want to keep fresh saltwater fish, you don't need an advanced filtration system. You need to find out what works for you best. No fish tank, no aquarium is going to have the same results. You can set one tank up exactly the same as another tank, side by side, same conditions, same lighting, same water flow, same everything, and you could have different results. So what you need to do is find out what's going to work best for you. Research, get on some forums, get on some websites, go on YouTube and research, guys. Research, research, research. Have a plan, as Dustin says. You need to figure it out. But how to keep your aquarium clean, it revolves around two things. One, your filtration unit, of course, and this is a waste. It's too small of filtration for my 125-gallon tank. This hang on the back filter is only rated for about a 55-gallon tank, and yet I make it work with the heavy bio load, and that's because of live plants. Live plants are another filter for me, and it works to my advantage. They're pretty, and they take care of my fish. The second thing you need to realize is water changes. Now, I just did a water change on this 125-gallon Planet tank about 20 minutes ago, and it's still cloudy, and that's why it looks kind of dirty right now. But eventually, when you do your water change, all this sediment will settle. Water changes are key to any aquarium. They're going to make your fish grow even more too. So if you want large fish, water changes are the key, along with a good diet. What water changes is going to do, it's going to take the toxins or the bad stuff out of your water and replace it with good stuff. Now, you don't want to put tap water in salt water because there's elements that it's not present in salt water, and it messes the ecosystem up a little. But when you replace old water with new water, you also replace vitamins and trace elements, and this helps corals grow, plants grows, even algae that are good like coralline algae. It helps everything grow, from fish growth, it just everything. And if the water gets stagnant and doesn't get replaced, eventually your fish's growth could stunt, your plant's growth could stunt, anything could get stunted, and it's not good. So keep up with the weekly water change. You take the bad out of your aquarium and you put the good back in, and it's better for your livestock and your fish. Guys, the key is cycle your aquarium, introduce your fish slowly, have a proper filtration unit for the amount of fish you have, don't overstock your aquarium, feed them with a variety of diets. Remember to check your water parameters, do weekly water changes, monitor your fish, enjoy them, learn them, have a plan, have dedication, and have patience. And that is all it takes to have success with this hobby or this pet keeping. If you guys have any more questions, I obviously could not say everything about aquariums. I have over 200 some videos, and I think they can say more. If you have any questions, let me know, guys. Comment, rate, subscribe. This is Wayne's Fish World. I hope you guys subscribe, favor the video, like it, thumbs up, all that good stuff. I'll see you guys next time. Later.